Well, one of the very special places you can find memories of Reverend Billy Graham is at the Billy Graham Museum at Wheaton College. Dr. Lon Allison is the director, past director, honorary director there at the Billy Graham Center at Wheaton College. And Lon, thank you for being with us. You've just finished his latest biography. You've authored Billy Graham, An Ordinary Man with an Extraordinary God. That's your title. But what are your memories of Billy today?
One of my own staff here at the church greeted me this afternoon, said, "Lon, tell us about this picture." And they'd gone online and they found a picture of me with him. I believe it was in Louisville, Kentucky, where he has greeted me warmly and he's looking right in my eyes and I'm shaking his hand, feeling like I don't belong there. But he just made you always feel like you were the most important person in the world. So, though I didn't know him real well, here's where I am. I feel like my spiritual grandfather has passed.
But
And it's
you have spent
very warm.
hundreds of hours going through the archives, writing this latest biography. What do you think Reverend Graham would want to be remembered for?
He would want to be remembered for not wanting to be remembered. That may not make sense, but quite honestly, he never understood why people wanted to give him attention. He came from an ordinary background, and God used him in extraordinary ways. But he always knew it was all about Jesus Christ doing it all and not him. So he'd want to be remembered for not wanting to be remembered.
Okay, it was a battle for him to keep that message of Jesus Christ front and center. Amidst all the hype of celebrity worship and all the different things, how did he do it? How did he keep his focus so clearly on Jesus?
That's a wonderful question. I think first, because of his profound humility, he wasn't often tempted to start thinking highly of himself. It was always to him a surprise. And so that gave him the humility range so that he would depend more on Jesus for everything. He was a man of incredible faith. He was a man of incredible vision and leadership, but it was always birthed on that sense of, boy, this could never be about me. It could only be about God. And that kind of catapulted him everywhere.
All right, he was a groundbreaking visionary. Just list off a few of his accomplishments that we probably have long forgotten, but that the Christian life is a little bit different because Billy pioneered some things.
Yeah. He was an entrepreneur. First of all, he established crusade evangelism in such a way that it would go worldwide. It never had before. Then he would use media, and especially this new medium called television that no one knew if it was really going to work. He was one of the pioneer groundbreakers on that. Then he understood the power of film, and so they started making movies, great stories of people who needed Jesus in their life. You could just go on and on. Then he felt that publications needed to be a part of it. And so he started both a kind of a Reader's Digest version of who Jesus is and how to love him, and they started an academic side of it so that people that wanted to think more deeply, wherever he went, innovations took place. Finally, he did a worldwide crusade in the year 1995 from Puerto Rico that no one thought could be done using satellite technology, et cetera, et cetera. There's just no end to the new things they did.
And he was revolutionary on saying the team must be expanded on one voice, and it must include young people and diversity. Explain a little bit about that landscape.
Well, one of the great developments in his own personal life was early on, he was most and almost solely concerned that people just know they could be forgiven for their sins and born again through the work of Jesus Christ. As he matured, he also saw that the message of the gospel was to make what is wrong in the world right. And even though he came from the deep American South, a friendship with Martin Luther King and others started opening his eyes to the incredible, insidious nature of racial slavery almost. You could almost use that word, racial injustice. And then from there, he started understanding that war could never solve anything. So you saw him moving from not only caring about individuals, but if you will, representing Jesus Christ in God's desire to make everything that is wrong in the world right.
All
So he
right.
truly became a global man.
All right. Dr. Lon Allison, thank you so much. We will keep staying in touch with your good work. Thank you.
God bless you all. Thank you.